toasting, joking too. Sipping and roasting is what we do. Light 'em up, drink 'em down. Whiskey and cigars all around. Cheers, y'all.
Sounds like a rocket about to take off, just like this party.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this fine radio program, podcast, and video extravaganza known internationally as the world-famous Smoking and Toasting. It's show number 469, which I believe, if you do the math, I'm not great at math, but
it's just over halfway to 500.
To 500, good. Yeah. Well, we're getting close, and I'm very excited about it. Welcome to the show. We are all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. On today's program, with the crazy, spinning world that our economy seems to be in right now, you can still find great whiskey under $30 a bottle.
That's pretty amazing.
And we will talk about that and give you some suggestions and recommendations on today's show.
I have a list forming in my head.
Good. We have a couple of different lists to look at, and quite frankly, I trust yours more than any of these. Just you developed a reputation, sir.
A reputation for cheap whiskey?
Yes, that's right. That's
no,
when I think of Ian, I think cheap whiskey, and it's not far off
in every drop.
Yeah, that's right.
That's actually written on that T.W. Samuels bottle. That's my favorite thing. This is bourbon in every drop.
Well, that's good to know.
Oh my goodness.
That's about that reminds me of when I was a kid. My mom used to buy high C fruit drink in those big cans.
Yeah.
And you would break up at the top of it, and then you pour it out of the can, and then put it in something to put it in the fridge. But it always said on the can, contains 10% real fruit juice.
Right.
I was looking for a can opener that did that the other day to show my kids. 'Cause I was like, I need to open it like this.
No, we have some. They're magnetized.
At the house I was trying to do. I know, and I didn't. I was like, of all things, I didn't have the one can opener you could poke open a thing. I didn't have that kind. I had every other kind, but
sorry,
not the kind
kids,
you could
no
poke
high
it
C
up.
for you.
No high C.
You're not going
to
enjoy that 10% real fruit juice or the 90% all the other crap they put into it.
What about remember Tang, and your mom would mix it in a big jug?
Yeah, I love
and
Tang.
That jug would get down to about a halfway full, and you're like, oh, we're running out of Tang. And then it would disappear and come back a little paler in color.
Your mom did
I feel
that
like
too.
That's kind of like what Michelob does with the Ultra.
Michelob Ultra and Michelob Ultra Zero. Yeah. It's like, hey, you know what, guys? We don't have enough beer brewed to fill these bottles. No problem.
I've just alienated whole generations, but there's a couple generations out there who know exactly what I'm talking about.
100%. Well, welcome to the show. We have some really interesting stuff I think we're going to get into today, including, of course, great whiskey bottles under $30. But we'll also tell you about some beers we'll be tasting. We're going to try from Dripping Springs, Texas, and the Family Business Beer Company will be trying their Golden Age German-style Pilsner.
So I would trust any German beer from that area.
Yeah.
I've never heard Family. You said Family Style?
Family Business Beer Company.
Family Business Beer Company.
Yeah, and they're from.
I haven't even heard of them.
Dripping Springs in the greater Austin area.
Springs.
Yeah. So Golden Age is the name of it. The German-style Pilsner. We'll be trying that, and from Virginia Beach, Virginia. I brought a number of cool beers back from when I was visiting Adam and Brianna and AJ in Virginia, and I brought this one from Commonwealth Brewing Company. It's a tropical IPA called Wapatoolie.
Wapatoolie, that's fun to say.
Yeah, I don't know what it means, but it's very fun to say.
Those are fun syllables.
That's one of those words that Letterman would have said, back in the day would have said, I have no idea what that means. I just love saying Wapatoolie.
And then he would have grabbed each side of his jacket and made his tie go back and forth.
I love that.
Which was always way more entertaining than it should have been.
Yes. Oh, yes.
I just love
the look on his face when he did it, too.
Yeah.
It was such a self-satisfied look.
It's like a pure joy. Like, check out what I'm doing on national TV. From South Falls, New York, and the Common Roots Brewing Company, we'll be trying their Imperial Coffee Stout called Double Cup.
Nice.
So look forward to that. And a little single malt Irish whiskey on the program today from Dublin and the Teeling distillery, the Teeling single malt Irish whiskey, which I will admit, I bought this bottle because I was going over to Jim Himes' house, and he loves Irish whiskey. So I thought, okay, I got to get something Irish for him. And then tried it, and I thought it was pretty good. So I thought, well, let's bring it on the show and talk about it. So we'll do that
So
today.
I think the last Teeling we had on the show was a cask finish that I brought in.
Right,
it was quite
right.
good.
Yeah, and so this is the single malt, so it'd be interesting
I haven't had that one.
compare a little bit. Also, we'll be talking about some cigars that we smoked. I smoked the Avo Exo Legato Tubo, the one that comes in the orange tube. So I'll be talking
I love
about
the name
that.
of that. Just
Oh, yeah,
N's and O's. Everything ends in
just a great.
And I hope Avo doesn't mean avocado.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's from.
It's named after Avo Uvizian.
Yes, who is a musician, by the way,
jazz pianist,
a really amazing pianist. I don't know if you've ever heard any of his music, but he was quite good. He's quite good.
which is also why a lot of their cigars are very music oriented, like the names of them.
Right. Most of his cigars
Like
have
the
some
synchro, synchro for one,
Right.
the Ritmo, and and a lot of those.
Almost all of his cigars have some sort of musical name, which is pretty cool.
Except for the number 2,
Yeah. Well, there are
which, by the way, is a beautiful cigar.
Yeah, there are plenty of there are plenty of musical movements that have a part number 2.
Yeah, I was
That's
gonna
true.
Say, yeah,
So maybe that's
yeah.
where it comes from. I don't know. We'll also be bringing you the most popular segment on this program, a little thing we do in the second hour called Drinking News. And we have a teaser headline for you before we get there. Our Drinking News teaser headline for today is... He showed us a badge number and everything. So that'll whet your curiosity a little bit there.
I swear I done seen it.
Yeah, and we'll also do. I thought of something to say, but it's like way past what the censors would allow on broadcast radio. So I apologize for my moment of depravity. We'll also do the drunken fact here in just a few moments. It's where we bring you a fact that you can drop at a party after everybody's been drinking, and it'll sound like stuff. And this is we're working to make you more respectable.
That's right.
At these events. And so our drunken fact teaser headline today is open wide. It's ugly, but it's good for you. So those are some teasers for you. We'll talk about some cigars to watch for. And in the midst of this crazy economy, the cigar market continues to grow. So we'll talk a little bit about what's going on in the world of cigars. And if we have a chance to get to it, we'll even talk about the best IPAs of 2025, according to Esquire magazine. But we'll see how much time we have, because we have a tendency, those of you who haven't listened to this show before, I should warn you, we have a tendency to chase tangents from time to time.
Nicolas Cage.
And they take up. Yeah,
We have been known to talk about Nicolas Cage.
yes, we have. And he's been amazingly out of the news for a while.
really
so
has been.
something's about
Something's
to,
brewing,
Yeah,
right?
something's about to break. You know it's going to happen. He's going to have some weird-ass movie or some type of thing that he's doing. My favorite, though, was when he was in the leopard skin pajamas at a bar in Vegas and kept getting kicked out for being too drunk. That is like
Was that Leaving Las
classic-
Vegas?
Classic Nicolas Cage. No, this is real life.
Oh, real life.
real life.
Oh, I thought it was the
Real life,
Leaving Las Vegas movie.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
no.
nope, that was just him on
He's
a
like,
Thursday.
I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I'm not even leaving this bar. So, yeah.
I love when he sees the statue of himself in the unbearable
Oh,
weight of
that is one of the
Acetone.
greatest movies
I love that
ever
movie
He
so
sees the
made.
statue of himself.
Yes.
He's like, it's hideous. How much do you want for it? I'll give you 20 grand.
He's so great. He's so great. I knew
He's kind of not joking.
I knew I loved him in a weird sort of way when I found out what he wanted more than anything in the world was to play Superman.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he, of course, never got the part.
No,
But
yeah.
he really wanted
Really?
to be Superman.
I
Yeah.
feel like he would be, and I know this might not be as fun, but I feel like he could be a good villain for Superman.
Oh,
like
totally.
I could see him being
Totally.
the Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean,
could
not
even-
that you couldn't absolutely CGI him to look like Superman today. I
Well,
mean, that's
and,
fine.
and I think he could be Batman. I mean, because Batman says a lot of
Ooh,
weird crap
yes.
the way that
Yes.
Nicolas Cage
Yes,
does.
yes.
You could see him looking
Yeah.
at the camera with the cape and the cowl on,
Like when
and
Michael
saying
Keaton
something
became
weird.
Batman, everyone was like, "Are you sure, really,
All right.
Mr. Mom?"
I'm just gonna go out on a limb here. You guys can hate me if you want. Michael Keaton was the Batman.
He was
Because he
amazing.
did
He
this
was-
with his voice.
He was the
amazing.
best Batman there
was
has been.
amazing.
But they all do that with their voice. Christian Bale sounded like this for a whole movie. Get out of my way. Like the whole movie. But and I like Christian Bale.
I'm Lego Batman.
But Michael Keaton is Batman. And by the way, Lego Batman is the greatest Batman of all time.
Lego Batman is the best.
I'm awesome. I got a 9-pack.
By the way, if you've ever played the Lego Batman video game, it's awesome.
I
and
love
it's
all of those
full,
Lego games.
It's full of great gags and funny stuff. It's just so good. So anyway, I think it's going to be a fun show today. We're going to have
Speaking
plenty
of tangents,
plays. Yeah. See, anytime you bring up Nicolas Cage, off
It's
we
like
go.
a
You never
grenade.
know where.
It's just a grenade.
Kablam.
I thought maybe it would just go over today.
It
but
is.
no,
It's a
it
content.
bammed.
It's like a content frag grenade, man.
Yeah, it's like-
we don't know where it's going.
Yeah, the grenade instead when it explodes, instead of saying boom, it says Nicolas Cage. that's how it works. Oh, I don't know why that's funny, and you probably don't think it is. So maybe we should move on to the beverage of mystery, shall we, Terry?
Yes.
Let's go ahead and play
go
the
ahead
intro
and
here
do
and do this this little segment here.
So,
The beverage of mystery.
so the beverage of mystery has been sitting in here long enough. First off, when you brought it in, the whole room smells like the beverage of mystery.
All right, I just want to point out that the beverage of mystery is not only the segment where we bring in one of us brings in something. The only one who knows what it is the person what brung it. We taste it and then talk about it and then reveal what the beverage of mystery is. But also, the beverage of mystery is my intent to for those of you watching the show on video to inject color into
I mean,
the
I'm wondering
show
if
every
this
time.
comes in the candle or a Glade fragrance that I might be able to use.
It tastes
'cause
like
it
a candle.
Smells,
It's freaking terrible.
it smells like what I want my candle to smell like when I buy them.
Oh, but you don't want your beverage of mystery to taste like this. I don't think.
Oh, it is. So first off, it's a watermelon something. It smells so bad. Well, it doesn't smell that bad. It smells watermelon like sweet, and
Watermelon
it is
and-
sweeter than it smells.
It starts out sweet
and then
it takes
finishes
a turn.
so bad.
Yeah.
Weird, like
Yeah.
in the middle of it.
I'm wondering if this is because it's just got that terrible artificial sweetener.
What did
And
you call
what's
it?
crazy-
Carcina sweet? I love that.
Carcina sweet.
You know what's crazy though is there's good artificial sweeteners. In my iced tea, I use stevia, and
Okay.
it's great. Like it doesn't have that horrible sweetener
Okay.
aftertaste. So I wonder if they've found out about this at maker of watermelon thing that we have
This
here.
this is one of the worst things you brought on.
Made by Jolly Rancher.
Is it really one of the worst? Terry, would
mean,
you agree?
It's pretty
It's
bad.
I don't like it. Like I would not want to drink it.
I'm gonna try a
It's-
second sip and
it's-
see what happens.
All right, go for it. We trust you.
Oh God, no! It's
I mean, you know, as far as sweet things go, it's not. It's just got a weird taste to it.
It's
It's obviously
coated
an
my
alcohol
mouth.
something.
Is
but
it?
It's not a. It's not like a. Maybe it's one of those like grape things that they put in
Oh,
there,
it's
not
killing
the
my
actual
beer.
liquor.
Is the taste is it the sweetener or is it something else?
I think it's
dude.
the alcohol
Okay, so
that's in it.
it's terrible before the sweetener even hits my mouth. So first off, the sweetness is like off the charts,
Right.
right?
It is super sweet.
Yeah,
It's very
this-
sweet, but it's very much like a Jolly Rancher candy type.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet,
It is
you know?
so sweet, it's crazy. The sweetness almost overcomes the watermelonness of it, and you know it's hard to tamp down watermelon.
Now, when we do these beverages of mystery, the one of us who is generally most likely to like it is Terry.
It's
So,
me.
Terry, what do you think about
I
this?
mean, I'm drinking it, and the more I'm drinking it, the less I'm tasting the whatever it is that's making it taste
Makes me want to
bad.
shave my tongue.
But I would say that if I drank a whole one of these too fast, it would give me a tummy ache.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
kind of
that
that kind
doesn't-
of.
that-
It's kind of the artificial sweet, but it has that kind of sweetener to it. I think that it would.
That
you know,
doesn't sound good.
at
at
You
all.
know, my shaving my tongue comment wasn't because I feel like I'm growing hair on my tongue. It's because I want after shave, or I want the lotion on my tongue to get rid of the flavor. It's so bad.
You need one of those tongue scrapers. Those things would help a little
I mean, I
bit.
finished it.
Okay, so
This is
Terry
like
finished.
the only thing that might take that. Like I've been drinking this IPA, this big IPA, a couple sips of it, and it won't get out of my mouth. Like I think the only thing that would flush this out is like NyQuil. Maybe.
And then after you sleep it off,
NyQuil,
you won't have that
yes,
taste
the
anymore.
nighttime sniffling, sneezing, why am I waking up on the kitchen floor medicine tastes better than this.
So
I
I
will say
suppose
it did mess with my beer when I did go back to my.
No,
Yeah, it kind of like
So
that
made
jacks
it,
up your beer pretty hard.
Yeah.
our clock isn't running, so Terry, I don't have any idea
yes,
where we are.
We need to start moving it out.
Okay, well, do we have time for the big reveal?
Yes.
Ian, you have a question for me?
Is that a can of a beverage of mystery in your pocket, or are you just happy to be here?
It is all of those things, and we are enjoying, or not, a Malibu cocktail pineapple Bay Breeze, still made with white rum.
Malibu, you are a respected name
Yeah.
and liqueur.
Yeah.
Why would you do this to anybody? What have people done to you?
Right. What happened to you? Who hurt you? All right, we got to take a break. We're a little over time, but we shall return with more. It's Smoking and Toasting, our program all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. We'll be right back. Welcome back at Smoking and Toasting. Our program is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars, and then sometimes about beverages.
How about this?
Of mystery.
I want you to enjoy a delicious pineapple Bay Breeze with balanced natural flavors of pineapple and cranberry. I want you to pour it over ice in your favorite glass for best taste, or serve chilled in a can. Whoever wrote this did not try this beverage. This was completely done by an ad firm or
was an
AI.
ad
I'm not sure what's
agency,
happening.
Claude wrote the description. Yeah.
It is not good. It says still made with white rum, and it's
I'm just going to tell you these guys.
So it is rum that's made with.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's made with rum.
Malibu. You
Yeah.
people are respected in the rum liqueur business. What are you thinking?
Yeah. I just like to
Stop
point
this.
out that at some point, when AI learns how to taste things like this,
Yeah.
that's when it's all over. That's when the rise of the machines will happen, and we will all be taken on by enormous giant AI
you drinking,
robots
Cruze?
Well, but
that
Joe,
are drinking Malibu
I can't let you drink
stuff
that,
like
Cruze.
this.
I
Yeah.
think that those drinks too. Also, when I drink a drink like that, I see a different audience. You know what I mean? When I drink a for the culture beer, and I see the beer audience, and then I drink something like that, I see a whole different audience than just a knowledgeable beer audience. That's
Okay,
after something like
but let's
that.
go ahead and point out one simple thing.
And they don't know much about.
We've had a
alcohol,
few of these that
liquor.
are actually pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, and every time we have a beverage of mystery like this, I'm reminded about how good some of them are. Like the Buddy seltzers with
Yeah.
THC. Like those are actually tasty and
Yeah.
enjoyable. But this is.
I will
awful.
go ahead and point out that as a much younger person,
How much
there
younger?
might have been evenings where I had Strawberry Hill
Yeah. See. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
or Orange Jubilee.
Yeah. Maybe sometimes the people that I see are you, but they were 20, 30, 40 years ago, whatever,
I was young. I needed the money.
Oh, yeah. It was the 90s. Everything happened in the 90s.
That's
When
right.
I
You know
could
what
buy
mean?
beer for myself.
I think I went too far on the age, too. You would have been like 12 when I said 40 years ago.
Just for the record, we do not support people under 18 drinking alcoholic beverages.
No.
People under 21.
People under 21.
Oh, thank you. We don't support that either. Ian, have you had an opportunity to smoke anything interesting this
Boy,
week?
did I.
Let's move towards something that has a potential to be good.
Can I tell you how freaking cold it was on my patio last
Dude,
night?
I hope you lit the chimenea and
I lit the chimenea, I lit the fire table, and I even have this big heat beam that sits on top of a what do you call it? A gas tank, right?
That doesn't sound dangerous
I
at
know.
all.
No, the propane
And then I
gas.
sit there and smoke a cigar next to it.
The propane tank, not the gasoline.
We're just
tank.
thrilled that Ian was able to even join us today. That's
Everything tasted like gasoline.
that sounds super dangerous.
This was the Fugazi
Fugazi.
Cigar of the Year pledge.
All right, so
edition.
Fugazi is if you have ever bought Cigars Online from Cigar Page.
Yes.
Fugazi is their sort of like, this cigar is designed to be similar to blank. Whatever
Right, and if you're old
cigar
enough
you've
to
heard
know anything about it, this is not the band.
Right.
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 And I like that it even took you a minute to catch that.
but that was
Go on,
great,
Fugazi.
that was a great
Nope, I
band.
got
Not a very commercial band, but a great band.
Yeah, not very well known. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you were in Houston and you know Fugazi, I probably met you at Emo's. Anyway,
I just want to say the phrase "I probably met you at Emo's" that covers so much right there. I just
Came
want to
from
say.
Power Tools, and hey, Numbers still exists.
Yeah.
dude, I used to play at Power Tools.
Numbers will outlive us all. One day it will only be cockroaches and
It's
numbers on
numbers.
Westheimer in
Absolutely,
Houston.
it is absolutely yes.
Yeah.
Dude, I
yes.
went into Numbers for a friend of mine's benefit show, or not benefit show, but memorial show, and they had the lights on, and
You
it
can
was
see the walls. And
no,
you can
okay.
see
So that little
it's
that
100,000
little
years
deck
old.
where everyone sits by the back wall there, man, you don't even put your shoes on it.
No.
Oh my gosh.
But I have two great memories from Numbers. I'll share both of them. One was seeing Nine Inch Nails
Oh yeah.
in Numbers. It was after they'd done a tour with David Bowie, and Trent Reznor wanted to like kind of reconnect with the band's core fans because they'd played for like so many like Bowie fans on the tour, and so they did this show at Numbers, and I was lucky enough to get tickets,
Wow.
and it was amazing. I was standing from like here to the edge of the wall from the band, and it was incredible. He played all the big hits. That was my one memory from Numbers, and the second one was that I saw Letters to Cleo at Numbers. I don't know if you remember
Hey, I
Letters
do
to
remember
Cleo.
Letters
Yes.
to Cleo.
Yeah, and Kay Hanley winked at me from the stage. And dude, for the next 2 years, I thought I was the man because Kay Hanley had winked at me
I've
from
seen
the stage.
Suicidal Tendencies there. I've
Oh, yeah?
seen my band has played there a number of times. I've seen Napalm Death. I saw Napalm Death there in the Melvins. And
How funny is it that I go, I saw Letters to Cleo, and Ian's like, I saw Napalm Death.
Napalm Death.
I
They were
saw-
all wearing camouflage shorts.
Yeah.
I have a memory, and I don't know if it's true, of Cheap Trick there at some
Oh,
point.
I
someone
imagine
from
that
Cheap
probably
Trick.
happened.
And
John
it was,
Spencer Blues Explosion there.
Yeah.
Dude,
see?
that's cool.
That was
Yeah.
great.
Cheap Trick, by the way, still to this day one of the greatest live shows
It
ever.
was a weird thing because basically it was a show that was also turned out to be a party for a guy who did concert tours, and he was about to go out on tour with Fleetwood Mac. And they had something going on that night, and I vaguely remember that. It's a vague
one of the
recollection.
craziest shows I
what's
ever
it
saw.
called?
There.
What's it called? I saw who did Flaming Lips there. So
Flaming Lips
yeah.
is great.
Yeah.
I've
One of
seen
the-
so many good shows there.
One of the craziest shows that I ever saw there was Nicolas Cage and the Cage Masters. It was
Is this
amazing.
true?
No, I
was gonna
totally
say.
made that up.
I was going to say, because I saw the Bacon Brothers at the Planet Hollywood here
Dude, I
in
love
the
the
Galleria.
Bacon Brothers. I
So
think
you're
they're
only one
awesome.
degree from Kevin Bacon. Thank you. You're welcome.
The
You're
Bacon
welcome.
Brothers cover of "We Belong," the Pat Benatar song, is way superior
You see
to hers.
what just the name of a cigar can start.
Yeah, so-
because that's as
okay.
far as I got.
So,
into
Ian,
this.
Unfortunately, I think we're going to have to take this into the next segment.
Next
actually.
segment, we're going to want you to tell us about the cigar you smoked. And I just want to apologize to all of our listeners. I'm so sorry, but we will be back.
We're very tangential today.
Yeah,
Tangential.
Blame the weather.
Tangential?
Somebody brought up Nicolas Cage in the first segment, and it all went sideways from there. And by sideways, I don't mean a movie with Paul Giamatti. I mean sideways. We'll be right back at Smoking and Toasting. Welcome back, my friends. It's Smoking and Toasting. Our program is, in theory, all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. But I will admit, there are times when we chase a tangent or two and go a little off the rails. And so far, this show is shaping up to be one of the more
tangential.
yeah, more tangential of what we've done. But Ian, I was asking you about your cigar. You said the word Fugazi, and then we lost a whole
did.
segment. So
Totally derailed
So
on that.
let's go back. Fugazi. These are like designed to be in the vein of
Yeah.
other-
These are
right.
supposed to be like the cheaper alternative too.
Right.
So Cigar Page has this whole series of Fugazi cigars that are Cigar of the Year cigars.
Right. There, any cigar that's, or not any cigar, but a number of cigars that have been named Cigar of the Year, they do a facsimile
And
of.
so a while back, I bought an 8-pack. It was an 8-pack of them. I think. So there's 8 different ones in this pack.
Oh, right, like different ones across the line.
Right, and I did this for the specific purpose of I'll smoke one of each of these, and I'll make notes of them. Mm-hmm. And the ones that are good, I'll buy again, because they're cheap.
Right.
Like, you can buy them if you find them even on the right. They're cheap to begin with, but if you find them on a right sale, they're $2.50 per cigar.
I'm just going to say, before you even talk about yours, the one I found that was the best so far was the one that was compared to the Liga Privada.
Right, and I've had a couple of these
Fugazi.
that are quite good so far.
Yep.
Okay, this one,
Yeah.
well, let's just talk about it. There's a Fugazi COTY, or Cigar of the Year pledge.
Like the pledge from
Like
EP
pledge
Carrillo.
from EPC, right.
Right.
And it even says on it's a plain white wrapper, and it says Cigar of the Year series compared to EPC pledge or EP
Pledge
Carrillo
is
pledge.
a great cigar.
It's a fantastic cigar. The appearance on this, espresso brown wrapper, oily and leathery with some veins, firm feel overall, basic black and white band. Pre-light sniff, I got barnyard and roasted coffee.
And these cigars are in about the $3 range, right? It's
Usually,
what they
yeah.
generally wind up costing. Yeah.
The pre-light draw on this, I used a clip, I had a medium draw, sweet mocha, and an espresso. I'm expressing with my full capabilities. The initial light on this, Nicaraguan pepper breeze.
Okay.
So not the blast that you get when you start up a pledge,
Right.
but Nicaraguan pepper breeze, a little breeze, and it was a little slow to light too. Like it took a little bit of getting the flame on there to get it really lit. Rich earth and pepper with a slightly fruity note. Retrohale is sweet and peppery. The first third of the cigar, roasted coffee and gritty mocha with a slightly banana sweetness. A bit of young tobacco bitterness followed on the end. The retrohale was sweet and peppery with campfire. Solid ash, good burn. Proposed pairing. I had a bottle of Duvel that I poured into a glass and had this with it. I figured with the
Usually
kind of
pretty good with cigars, yeah.
well, yeah. Well, not only that, but like I was thinking because of the fruitiness, you know.
Right. There's some fruitiness to the Duvel.
There's some fruitiness in the Duvel, and it actually worked really well to balance the bitter. I also thought a wheated bourbon would go really nice with this, Soa Weller or something along those lines. The second third of this cigar, more of the same. Pepper's a bit gritty, mocha's a bit gritty, campfire on the lips and tongue, slightly sweet, slightly astringent banana aftertaste, kind of like the banana peel. You ever get you eat the banana, you get a little bit of that too close to the banana peel, and it leaves that astringency in your
when
mouth.
It leaves the little string on the edge of the banana.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Totally.
All that with the retrohale is a little sweeter at this point with some pepper. Solid ash, good burn. The third third of the cigar, it went out.
Oh,
It literally just snuffed out on me.
wow.
I will say this, okay? Last night I was smoking in about 25 degrees.
Yes.
Now I did have my chimney and my fire table going at the same time on each side of me.
Get a little warmth.
And so it wasn't brutal until the wind would go by.
Yeah.
But so there may be some flavors. Maybe I have to revisit this at some point, but I don't know. It went out. And when I relit it, everything got grittier.
Ooh,
Harsh chemical flavor.
not good.
Done. Put it out. I was like, I'm not going to sit out here in 25 degrees.
Yeah,
and
unless
try
you're
and suss
enjoying
out
this. Sure.
The rest of this cigar.
sure.
So I'm going to tell you, when I looked it up, I got about $2.50 for this cigar. I'm going to give it a 3.
A 3.
A
That's
3.
not
Even
a
at
good
$2.50.
number.
Well, you know when a third of it's got to be thrown away? Because it went out and then I had to relight it, and the relight penalty was 100%.
But it's $2.50.
With a 100% relight penalty?
Yeah.
Sorry, you get a point off for that.
Right.
Right, and then it went out on its own. I was smoking it when it went out.
So-
I had great draw on it and everything. It just
wasn't
went
like you were
out.
just letting it sit there.
No. And it
It
just
went
went out. And I was like, what? Like, it was so
How
strange.
far did you
'cause
get through it before?
I was puff. I sat down. I said something to Roberto, who was sitting there with me. And I went, puff, not puff. I was like, what is going on? It was between one puff and the next.
How far did you get through before it was out?
It was right about at the beginning of the last third.
okay.
All right, so you got 2/3 of a $2.50 cigar, but
Now-
what's your overall take?
My overall take was it's a 3 because of that. However, if it wouldn't have gone out and it would have smoked the rest of the way, I probably would have given it a 4, maybe a 5. You get what you pay for, right?
Right.
But man, come on, even at $2.50, I've had cigars in that same price point to stay lit.
Sure.
You know?
And for me, like, I'm on a constant quest to find really great cigars under $5. It's not easy. It's not easy.
Yeah.
So,
And also the obvious question, how does it compare to an actual pledge?
yeah.
Well, it gives you something to think about. But it doesn't compare to it at all.
That seems like very faint praise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and you know what? Maybe for next week, let me say, I have a pledge in my humidor. If I remember, maybe for next week we'll do a
Smoke that.
a pledge,
Yeah.
and I can actually do a direct comparison.
Love that idea. Love that idea. I smoked an interesting one this week. It was the Avo XO Legato Tubo. A lot of O sounds in that. About 10 years ago,
Thought you were
Davidoff.
rapping for a minute there.
Yeah.
Or speaking fake Spanish.
About 10 years ago, Davidoff, please cut a check to the Davidoff Cigar Company
Oh, yeah.
because I mentioned
There
them
you go.
twice.
Mark that down.
Decided to revamp their Avo line of cigars. It included mostly repackaging and dressing them up a little bit, but the new designs were very classy and brought some attention back to the brand. Since then, they've added others, thank you, like the Synchro Nicaragua, which sounded like a good idea, but I've yet to have one that smoked well. Great flavor, bad construction. Anyway, I thought I'd go back to the Avo XO, a bit milder line of cigars, and see how those are holding up. So this week I smoked the Avo XO Legato Tubo. It was 6x54 and beautifully packaged with the orange Avo tube and a cedar wrap around the cigar inside it. The stick itself was also very pretty, a light chocolate brown
Can
color.
we go ahead and say that nobody does Tubo like Avo
Oh, yeah, for sure.
and Aurora? Like those two are the most beautiful Tubos that you can
Avo
get.
even has tubos for their box-pressed
The
cigars,
box
which are
Tubos
amazing.
are
Yeah.
so beautiful.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Like I said, between them and Aurora, those tapered on each end, the Perfecto Tubos,
Yep.
man, they're
I
beautiful.
love those. Well, this stick itself was also very pretty. A light chocolate brown color wrapper leaf, which was Connecticut seed grown in Ecuador. The binder and filler tobaccos are from the Dominican Republic. Pre-light sniff showed off notes of wet grass, barnyard, and hay, with a little earthiness apparent on the cold draw, all fairly normal for a Dominican cigar in my experience. Once I lit the XO Legato, I started to get a feel for the flavors. There was nuttiness, baking spice, some earth, all presented in a silky mouthfeel that bordered on creaminess. Around the beginning of the second
That's
third,
classic Avo,
Yeah,
by the way. What
yeah.
you just said is very
Absolutely.
classic Avo.
Around the beginning of the second third, I started to get a little pepper on the palate, and it brought a slightly harsher note to the blend. I wondered if I might be puffing on it too fast and heating it up, so I set it down for a moment. When I picked it back up, it was still lit and smoking, and the harshness had receded quite a bit. So that was probably my fault for puffing a little too hard. Final third brought espresso into the flavor party, tiny hits of cocoa, but mostly the darker coffee notes of espresso. Baking spice persisted, the mouthfeel remained consistently velvety, and I felt like it maybe delivered a bit more flavor than some Connecticut wrapper cigars, but without building the body into medium territory. The whole thing remained mild to medium all the way through. The real star of the show on this cigar, and I'm thrilled to say this because it's an Avo, was the construction. Because I've had problems with some of the Avo XO Nicaraguas, which I love the flavor of, but the construction I've struggled with. This time, perfect draw, near perfect burn, and a tendency to hold on to a nice long ash until I would flick it to make sure it didn't become a part of my shirt. This was most important to me because the Nicaraguan Avos that I've tried recently, well, as I said, while more to my personal taste from a strength and flavor standpoint, had all sorts of construction problems, and most critically, a terrible ultra-tight draw, which persisted even after I'd used the Perfect Draw cigar tool. This one, though, smoked beautifully, and while the flavors weren't bold...
If you use the Perfect Cigar draw tool,
Yeah.
and it still didn't work.
Yeah,
you
know
had a
got
pretty
problems.
hopeless cigar.
Yeah, yeah. This one, though, smoked beautifully. While the flavors weren't bold, they were very nice for a milder cigar, and I enjoyed smoking it. The Avo Exo Legato Tubo is a $13 to $14 cigar. Not surprising, really, as Davidoff, please cut a check, is not known for being a company that sells inexpensive cigars.
Hey, at least you didn't say NFL. Oops.
Yeah, oh, man. And the couple of weeks before Super Bowl, oh, man, I said Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But quite frankly, this was as nice of a smoking experience as you could think. And if you're looking for great milder cigar, an AJ Fernandez New World Connecticut is a little over $8 and just as good, if not better, than this $13 to $14 Avo. So this is what happens when you wind up paying what I call the Davidoff tax. They make good cigars, but then they sell them at prices that seem designed to make you think they're better just because they cost more.
Yeah.
And at almost $14, this one was good, but not worth the Davidoff tax.
So,
Price to quality 4.
any of you just joining us, our price to quality scale is a 1 to 10 scale. And basically, you get a 5, you get exactly what you pay for.
Right. So 4 means that I overpaid a little for this cigar. It
Right.
wasn't bad. It was actually pretty good
Yeah.
for a milder cigar,
But it's a little expensive.
little pricey as far as I'm concerned. So.
It's interesting because that perceived quality is a very
Right.
important thing in
Well-
the industry, and even in beer industry, right? So
Sure.
beers, big beer's been fighting this for years, where the perceived quality you sell for $7 a 6-pack right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
For Budweiser, Bud Light, whatever it is, right? And premium craft beers are selling for $10 or $11,
Or even 12. Like,
or even
yeah,
$12.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
so your consumer looks at that and thinks, well, that beer's cheap, and this beer must be better. And this is a thing that they have to fight. And how funny is that?
I just want to say, if what you're looking at is the family business beer company, Golden Age German-style Pils, it is better. It's like a lot better. This is a really tasty Golden Pilsner.
So, if you're buying a German-style beer from anywhere in the middle of Texas, it's probably a good beer. Like, it's because it's so German.
The whole area around Blanco and Fredericksburg and Dripping Springs and Austin, they really
Green
have got,
spelled G-R-U-E-N-E.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they've really
Bernie spelled B-E-O-R-N-E.
Bjorn, as I like to say. But yeah, no, you're right. But that whole area is just, well, the New Braunfels, Texas area, which is kind of right in the middle of that, that was settled very largely by German immigrants back in the day. And so they really understand this German beer brewing style.
And kolaches.
And kolaches, yes. And a lot of you, if you're outside of
This
Texas,
is great, though.
and
This is amazing.
even if you're outside of the southern side / middle of Texas, kolaches are delicious. Try them.
Yeah.
Around beer, it says Your Family, the family business beer company from Dripping Springs, Texas. This is the Golden Age German-style Pils. It says crisp and lively, superbly balanced, and those things are 100%
It is,
true.
and I love the amount of CO2 in this is perfect. It dances on the tongue, almost adds a spiciness
This is
to the flavor that is.
I'm going to say this
absolutely
is one of the better Pilsners that we've
fantastic.
had.
We brew quality beer
I
made
really
for
like
quality
this.
time. Beer has a way of bringing people together, and we believe it's best when shared. Whether it's the family you were born into or the one you choose to gather around the table, scooch down. There's a seat for everybody.
I'm so, like, in
Silver medal winner at GABF 2019, apparently.
in this time when so many breweries are struggling, I love the concept that they are really leaning into the community of enjoying beer together. Because to me, that's a big part of what it's all about. It's really one of the biggest reasons to go to a brewery and enjoy their beers there. Not only do you get, maybe a better selection than what you might find at the store, but you're around other people who love beer.
Hey,
They're there because they love beer.
There's something to be said for having a brewery that's local to you that can distribute beer all over the place. Like, my brother can get Shiner beer in International Falls. He can go
Nice.
into his local store right up there. They have it on the shelf. Every time I've been there, they have Shiner.
I
And
remember
I think that's
years
a
ago-
beautiful and brilliant thing. However, the smaller breweries are
Everybody's
getting
got a
back
budget.
to... Well, no, the smaller breweries, I think, are getting back to, instead of trying to distribute way out, smaller breweries are starting to become more hyper local.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You know, more like a bar, more like a
Yeah.
brew pub, right? Like, so you go down to the local brewery and have brews, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think that's a bad trend. There are some breweries like here in Houston, like Under the Radar is a brewery that you haven't heard of unless you're real close to it, because they don't try to distribute
Their name is totally
all over the
apropos.
place.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But what a great little place to go and have a beer, those kind of things. And I think that a lot of breweries are becoming that way, and
so.
and okay with this is how we do it.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the better developments of, beer and brewing over the last couple of years. It's just sad to see so many of them not being able to make it.
But it does give you something to look forward to whenever you go to a new town. And you
I
go, what are
love
the
that.
local breweries?
Yes, yes. In fact, it's one of the things. If I'm renting an Airbnb, I will actually ask the people on the site. It's like, are there good breweries, good local breweries in the vicinity? And often there are. Which
Because
is
you
pretty
know what? You're not going to go down to the local Anheuser-Busch brewery.
cool. Yeah, let me go down and have a Michelob Ultra. It'll be great. All right, we got to take a break. We will be right back. Smoking and toasting. More to come, my friends. Stand by. Welcome back. It's Smoking and Toasting. Our program is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars.
All the beers are just like splashing all over my hand today. You
Well,
notice this?
they're friendly. They're very friendly beers.
It wouldn't be so bad, but I have a Band-Aid on one finger, and it's just absorbing all the
Yeah,
beer.
what happened? And that looks like your nose picking finger too, as my dad used to say. So
Did I tell you the story of my cat knocking off a giant wine
Oh, that
bottle
was it.
Yes, you did, yes.
off of the top of the pantry?
that was from that.
Cats have the ability to knock stuff off that no other animal has. Cats just know how to, like, you can have something sitting in the middle of a table, and a cat knows how to scooch it to the side until it drops.
But
It's a
that's
cat
been
thing.
there for years. I wonder why the cat shows now. Like, what got boring about
It's
the cat?
literally been up there.
yeah.
Like, it's been up there longer than I've been married.
Yeah, like what all of a sudden just made the cat this day, just no matter how long the cat's been there, just this day, look up there and be like, today's the day. Today's the day. You going down?
It's a cat thing.
Been waiting.
Cat thing, I'm telling you.
It's like, I got this. I'm
right.
feeling it, boys.
All right, Terry, while Ian pours this IPA, let's do the drunken facts, shall we?
And now it's time for another smoking and toasting drunken fact.
And I'd just like to say before we do this that, we realize this isn't like the greatest feature in the world, but that fanfare makes it the greatest feature
Yes.
in
I
the world.
also want to point out that this beer basically looks like fresh squeezed orange juice.
It is a tropical IPA, so I'm
Okay.
looking forward to tasting it. But a drunken fact for today, you can you can share this if you're at a party and everybody's getting a little tipsy and you want to like drop some knowledge and seem like you're the smartest person in the room. These are facts that we know to be true because we found them on the internet. So that speaks for
Why would anyone lie on
speaks
the
for
internet?
itself. Yeah. Drunken fact for today: a hippo can open its jaw wide enough to fit in a sports car.
When I was a kid, I used to call it hippie-the-potamus.
Yeah. Some scientists may suspect.
You need one. I missed it on that. I should have.
I used to call it hippie-the-potamus.
I probably should let this whole thing go right there. That should be the end of the segment. But I will just say that some scientists may suspect, but have yet to prove, that hippos can also open their jaws wide enough to fit in a Cybertruck, but they would immediately spit it out because it's just too damned ugly.
I saw a meme the other day that showed the back of the Cybertruck, and it said, I was going to the trash bin.
Saturday Night Live's thing was that they now made a dual suicide pod so people could commit suicide together as opposed to getting the single suicide pod, which was the Cybertruck.
The Cybertruck, yeah. Well, in my building in downtown Houston, they've managed to do what you thought might not be possible, which is to make Cybertrucks even less attractive than they are when they come
they wrap
off the
them?
line from the factory. Yeah, there's apparently some insurance company. Their slogan is "Meet you at the top." I don't know what that means in reference to insurance, but they have 3 Cybertrucks parked in my garage, and they are plastered with the logos and slogans of this insurance company.
How horrible.
Yeah, and it's like it's like they woke up one morning and go, "What can we do to make a Cybertruck even more repulsive?" I know, put insurance slogans on it. So, yeah, that's just
Wow.
me. But,
But
At
I can
least
imagine-
they're really useful, like a truck. Oh wait.
Yeah, exactly.
At least you can tote. Oh wait.
I think that
At
deserves
least you can
another
take it off
fanfare,
road.
Terry. Yeah,
Wait a minute.
yeah, exactly.
You know, I feel like somewhere there has to be a picture of a hippopotamus with like a 1982 Toyota Corolla in its mouth or something. You know what I mean? Like that has to be. If not, AI, you're not doing your job.
Yeah, that's
yet.
right. That's
like,
right.
That's what's happening.
You know, as cute as we make the hippopotamus out to be, it's apparently one of the most terrifying creatures in existence.
Oh yeah, and
from,
listen,
and from what I learned, very hungry.
yes.
Yes.
That's such a flashback for me. Such a flashback.
Best game ever.
Ian's poured our next beer, and this is sitting here looking gorgeous, and I want to
Oh, it
taste it. So
smells fantastic.
Tell me about this beer, Ian. It's an IPA.
So what we have here is the Wapatoolie.
Yeah,
I'm
Wapatoolie.
going to say it again just because it's fun to say Wapatoolie.
Didn't that sound like an Alan Jackson song? Lay down
It
yonder
sounds
on
like-
the Wapatoolie.
You did that.
It sounds
did
like
that.
a camp they would have used in like an old Bill
Camp
Murray and
Wapatoolie.
yeah, like John Belushi. Yeah,
Camp
Dan
Wapatoolie.
Aykroyd.
That's a fact, Jack. Yeah.
When they were at Winnepetonka or something was in the Great Outdoors.
Wapatoolie Tropical India Pale Ale
Yeah.
from Commonwealth Brewing Company. Let's see what it says on here. Family owned and operated, Commonwealth Brewing Company, Pleasure House Road, Virginia Beach, Virginia. Recycle me. Coming in at 7.3% alcohol by volume.
It is very tropical. I will
It
say
does say on here. Oh, there's some information. It says, according to the Surgeon General, women should not drink alcoholic beverages during pregnancy.
that. Good to know that's on there. Yeah, that's good. I
I feel like they stole that from some other
yeah
label.
I have read that before.
It might
It's
be
not,
plagiarism.
not totally original for sure. I think this is delicious. What do you think?
As I just barely got to have a sip, it's fantastic. It's IPA kind of bitey up front. It rolls off in
Right.
the middle to an immediate malty, almost tobacco-y like flavor, and then rolls off into the hops again. It's absolutely crazy. That's,
Yeah, it kind of finishes with this hop snap, which is kind of unusual actually for an IPA. They don't have a tendency to snap on the finish. They generally kind of linger.
it
and you
finishes
get the
almost
hop-
more like a Kolsch.
Exactly. Exactly.
With a little more bitter on the end, but I mean, it finishes almost drier like a Kolsch like that. This is delicious.
I'm reminded of that, my favorite scene in Purple Rain when Prince says to Apollonia, "Would you purify yourself in the waters of Lake Wapatoolie?"
I'm not sure that was what he said, but
That was absolutely what he said.
but then
right?
we got to see boobies, right?
Yeah, yeah.
We did.
And then
Yes, we did.
when she's all embarrassed and stuff, and he says, "That's not Lake Wapatoolie." I love that. I don't know why. I don't know why I like that movie so much. I just do.
It was the first movie I saw.
You know, my wife has never watched it, and I keep trying to tell her she has to watch it, but now I've committed the huge error of like playing it up a little too much
no.
because it's not really a great
what
movie.
you need to do
No.
is just play
Yeah.
up Morris Day and the Time mostly.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
what you need to do
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Jerome. See, everybody goes there. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm just of that age. That's part of my yeah, exactly.
My jungle love.
Oh, it's the
That's
best.
awesome.
It's just the best. I told you I got to visit 7th Avenue in Minneapolis, the
wow.
club where a lot of that was filmed, and I'm like, that's the balcony where they were doing the dance thing. I was so excited to be there. It was It was just awesome. All right. We have to take a break. We'll be back with hour 2 of the show. Drinking news is on the way. We have more beers to try, and we have a little whiskey to try, too. A little Teeling Irish whiskey single malt, which I think will be interesting. I'm anxious to see what you think about this. So it's all coming up. Plus, we're going to be telling you, my friends, the best whiskey you can get under $30. That's coming up. It's Smoking and Toasting. Oh, nice. I like that. Welcome back. It's Smoking and Toasting. Our show is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. Ian's pouring us some Teeling single malt whiskey, Irish whiskey, and while we get ready to check that out, let me tell you about a couple of articles I came across that are talking about the best whiskey under $30. Because let's face it, economic times are very unsure right now. We're seeing prices go up on a lot of stuff. Some of the tariffs are making things like tequila and rum more expensive because of the cost of bringing them into the country. But there's many whiskeys under $30 that are still a really, really good deal and really, really excellent. The Teeling that we're going to try was not under $30. It was closer to the $50, $55 mark for the bottle.
Oh, oh my gosh, it smells good and it smells fruity.
But here's a few budget whiskeys under $30. According to an article from thewhiskeyshelf.com, they say the best budget whiskey under $30 comes from Heaven Hill. They mention Evan Williams Bottled in Bond Bourbon, which comes in
Evan
about
Williams pretty good.
$14 to $20. That one's really good. They mentioned Evan Williams Single Barrel Bourbon, which comes in around $22 to $35, which they say is really good. Best whiskey under $30, number 3, is Elijah Craig Small Batch Bourbon. You cannot go wrong with Elijah Craig. It's really, really good stuff. And Elijah Craig shows up again on the list with their Single Barrel Bourbon, which is $30 to $50. Every pick will be different, they say, but $30 to $50. And then there's Larceny Wheated Bourbon at $22 to $33. They call it a mid-shelf, but they say it's quite good. And then this one I'm not familiar with, Bernheim 7-year-old wheat whiskey. Are you familiar with Bernheim? Yeah, I don't know that either. $26 to $35. They say it's really great. And then there's another article that I had a link to read, and it's from Men's Journal, a whiskey insider revealing the best cheap whiskey under $30 right now.
Now, these all seem to be, obviously American whiskeys because the tariff thing.
Sure, right.
Really
the tariff thing
doesn't
it affects them going the other way, but because there are a lot of reciprocal tariffs, but it doesn't affect them in the United States. And Buffalo Trace is the winner, according to Men's Journal. So Buffalo Trace is really hard to find any fault with Buffalo Trace. It's inexpensive. It's delicious.
Now we get
spoiled
with Buffalo Trace here in Texas. Apparently, in other regions of the United States, it's not as easy to come by.
Really?
But we get tons of it here in Texas.
I was going to say there's plenty on the shelf at my Specs where I shop. All the time.
Right, and it's always there, and it's $24.
And when
for
I
a
buy
bottle.
one, next time I go back, it seems they've replaced it with another bottle. So
They already got it there.
Yeah.
Why is
and I
that?
usually buy it in the bigger bottles because I really like it.
Where is it made?
This is So this is one that I keep in my. My sister gave me a really beautiful decanter that says "Smoking and Toasting" on it.
Oh, nice.
And so this is what I keep in my decanter at home.
Is Buffalo Trace?
It's Buffalo Trace.
Nice. That's good to know. Sometimes the lesser expensive whiskeys are even better when they've been decanted like that.
But I want to talk a little bit about that list because there's a couple things I would like to say that aren't mentioned on there that I think are better than some of those things.
Talk to me.
Evan Williams is great, right?
Yeah.
Bang for the Bucket's great.
Yeah.
Old Granddad Bonded.
Old Granddad, dude.
So Old Granddad Bonded is outrageous. I watched a video the other day. Now, I saw this online, so I'm sure it's 100% true. But I haven't looked into this, but it said basically Basil Hayden is rebranded Old Granddad.
Really?
Yes.
Do you think that's true?
I don't know. But I like Old Granddad Bonded, and I like Basil Hayden. So maybe there's something about that.
Wait, is this what happened?
Basil Hayden is like $40-something a bottle.
Well, I have Basil
Old
Hayden.
Granddad is $22.
Yeah,
I
but
have
I mean,
a
what
bottle
are they owned by the same company, and then did they become the same company or something?
No, but it's just treated like a sourced whiskey.
Right. Basil Hayden Toast? That's a
Basil Hayden Toast is
great
definitely
whiskey.
not. It's quite good. Yes.
Wow.
And Basil Hayden's 2-row rye is quite good as well.
I don't think I've had
Wow.
that. That
But
sounds
again,
good.
I think that's an MGP thing.
You know what is really good?
So I would like to
Wow.
also point out
That's an
Weller.
interesting hack right there.
oh, Weller. That's
Weller's
another
Special
great
Reserve.
inexpensive- Yes.
is tipping that price point, and that is an absolute go-to for me. Don't go buy it because I want it to still be available for me.
We don't need allocated.
We're not telling you like go purchase it.
yeah,
We're just
yeah,
telling you
for
it's
sure.
good.
You're not going to like it, but I really like it.
You know what I really like? Teeling single malt
This is
Irish
delicious.
whiskey. This is wonderful whiskey. Tell me a little bit about what you're getting here, Ian. Because
So first off, right off the front, round malty notes that kind of play around with the sugar cane and a caramel and vanilla.
yes, I'm getting all of those things.
Wow.
There's almost a sea salt kind of thing going on in the
A little bit of
retro ale.
minerality.
There's a mineral thing going on. This is quite delicious. There's almost a chocolate chip cookie dough kind of.
Ooh,
Oh yeah.
I don't
kind
know if I
of
would have
thing
said
on-
that, but you're
No,
right.
but yeah, I can see what you're saying now.
Now we have a little bit of water here. I thought it might be interesting to
Oh.
just put a
Let's have a
dash
little
of
beverage
water
of
in
mystery. You could
That
dash-
right there is. Let's see what it says on the bottom. We're the first distillery to open in Dublin City for 125 years. Yet whiskey making flows through our family's veins. Or over 2 centuries of it. It is our deep Dublin roots that give us confidence to do things we do. This bottling, have to turn the bottle, consists of unique hand-selected casks of Dublin distilled single malt, specifically chosen for their quality and character. This is not how everyone makes Irish whiskey. It is our way. That's the spirit of Dublin. Spirit of Dublin is their logo on there. So when they say single malt, what they're telling you is that it's made from a single distillery, and the primary ingredient is malt in the mash bill. So that's telling you 2 things. When you see single malt, that's what it's telling you. And this is pretty fantastic. I
So-
like a lot of the Teeling stuff. The last one we had, I mentioned, I think I brought it on, and it was a cask. It was aged in, was it sherry cask?
I think it was sherry cask. Yeah.
So sherry cask aged Teeling, and it was fantastic. They do things a little different.
Yeah. Well, the Irish, you know.
Oh, it changed the nose entirely.
Well, I was going to say I don't know if I like it better with this.
it smells like a Cinnabon now.
It seemed like it almost lightened it up a little bit. I don't think that it really changed the overall flavor too much.
I think
it
that's
just
right, yeah.
lightened it up, and then it almost made it more, quickly drinkable. I don't want to say crushable, but
sure. No, I was about to say.
Brought a little heat into it, actually.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't know if I like it better with the water.
Yeah.
But I do think that if you're somebody that's a little standoffish when it comes to whiskey, this with a splash of water makes it more approachable.
Absolutely, this
and-
makes it
and
very
A
approachable.
little more. Terry didn't want to say crushable, and that's maybe not the right word, but
Yeah.
just a little easier to drink. I think
that would
yeah.
be a good way to put it. Yes, a little easier to drink. Yes,
I'm curious. I'm
and-
even
and-
curiouser.
And this Irish
No, I
whiskey
put a splash
itself-
already in there.
Yeah,
I know, but I'm going for more.
But I have to
Okay.
say, this Irish whiskey itself, it's amazing because there is a definite difference in the way that this particular Teeling tastes. It's I don't want to say it's a light whiskey, but it just seems to have this
Okay.
really light, lovely flavor.
I went
that
for
comes to your
double
mouth.
splash, and it turns into a beautiful, lightly sweet barley water. In the best possible way.
I was about to ask, is that good?
Oh, in the best possible way.
Nice. Well, it's I bought this quite frankly because I was invited over to the famous front porch with our good friend Jim Heim, and I know he's a fan of Irish whiskey. So I thought, what can I buy that we can sample on the show, but I can take over and he will enjoy? And so that was why I picked this bottle up. And not only did he really enjoy it, but we're really enjoying it here today.
Yes.
With various forms of dilution have not made it anything less than what it was.
No, it really
I actually like it either before the first drop or after the extra.
Oh, so you liked a little more water in it or no water in it?
Yeah, if you try a little more water in it, it turns into this, like I said, this beautiful barley. There's still some like super interesting, some cinnamon, some of the vanilla and all. It's just interesting.
So I just went back from this to the Wapatoolie IPA, which is the tropical IPA from Commonwealth Brewing Company in Virginia. And what I found was it gives it a little more of that Kolsch snap.
Oh my gosh, it does.
On the finish. And it's not a bad thing at all.
Have you
And
gone
it's
back to the
interesting
whiskey yet on
because,
it?
well, I was going to say not all whiskeys go with IPAs. If it's a rye, yes, but not necessarily with other ones. But this one seems
It
to
takes all the malt out of it. It literally turns it into cinnamon toast crunch.
I'm expecting Cookie Jarvis to pop out of the
Cookie Jarvis,
to pop out of the.
It does. It has.
That's an exact name. Like, you got really exact on that one. Cookie Jarvis. Who knows that guy's name from Cookie Crisp?
I am so
Really? Seriously?
I am so Gen X. You have to excuse me. I know I'm on the cusp of the boomer thing, but mentally I'm so much more Gen X than that. I have no idea what life is about. I don't care. I don't want a job. I just want to drink whiskey and enjoy the Cookie Jarvis
Hey,
comparison.
that sounds like a Todd Rundgren song.
Yeah.
I just want to bang on the drum all day. Come on.
It's like one of the greatest songs ever of all time. Yeah.
I love the episode of That 70s Show where they're going to the Todd Rundgren concert.
That's,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Todd Rundgren, I only know 2 songs, but he's a genius.
Is that Hello, It's Me?
Hello, It's Me, and Bang on the Drum. Yeah, that's it. Those are the only 2 I know. I know he has other songs, and they're supposed to be great, and I acknowledge their greatness without knowing them.
Funny things I run into teaching guitar lessons.
Yeah,
I had a kid come in, and this would have been in 2006 or 7-ish, right?
Mm-hmm.
6, 7.
Kid comes in, and he's a super nice kid. He's very talkative. And it's his first lesson. I'm like, so what makes you want to play guitar? He goes, oh, my favorite band, Def Leppard. So I'm thinking, oh, mom and dad must listen to Def Leppard. Pretty interesting. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And I said, who else do you listen to? He goes, Todd Rundgren. And I'm looking at him.
The world's most unexpected response.
Now we're talking about, this is a 12-year-old talking to me, okay?
You went from pour some
12-year-old.
sugar
He's a
on
12-year-old talking to me, right? And I look at him, I said, what? And he goes, yeah, you know, like Utopia?
Oh, dang. Not even Hello, It's Me. I mean,
I was like, what is going on here?
Did you go, I may not
I
be
was looking
able
for
to
the
teach you
candid
anything.
camera. I was
Yeah.
like, what is happening?
I may not be able to teach you anything, but thanks for coming by. Yeah.
we're going to work on Stairway
James,
to Heaven now.
love you,
Yeah.
baby. You're awesome.
Yeah. So now I'm going to play Stairway to Heaven on the ukulele and pretend that none of this ever happened. That's exactly what I'm going to do. See, that's what I'm talking about.
All right.
That's what I'm talking about. No, that's amazing.
No Stairway? Denied.
Yeah.
One of the funniest times, like sitting down with a brand new student. I see.
Have you noticed that I placed
Are we putting
my?
out our cups for?
We're totally putting
Oh,
on
good, because
our
we get to go to break here in a second.
Glen
anyway.
Cairns for more whiskey. Yeah, here's Terry's. No, this whiskey's really good, and I'm just gonna say, Teeling. I have not had a single thing from them that I did not think was outstanding.
Am I wrong in saying that Teeling is a tea company as well?
Is
That
Teeling
they
a
have
tea company?
like a tea.
It does
that's
sound
very
like a tea
popular
company.
over
Yeah.
in Europe and England.
Is that true, Ian? Do you know?
I feel like there might be a tea company named Teeling, but I don't know if they're the same thing.
I don't know if they're the same thing. I just I feel like that there is.
If only there was a device that would fit in our hand that we could ask questions.
Well, so what I get when I search Teeling tea is things from the Teeling distillery, like Teeling Winter Spiced Tea.
Okay.
Tastings with tea cocktail. So I think maybe there isn't a Teeling tea. There's just ways
yes.
to make your tea more interesting.
Maybe that's what
with
it is.
Teeling.
Yes.
I think this makes the show more interesting too. But that's not hard to do. So we'll take a break
Definitely
and
makes everything you say more interesting.
work our way into a very interesting next segment. It is Smoking and Toasting. Welcome back. It's Smoking and Toasting. Our program is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. Speaking of hand-rolled cigars, by the way, they continue to come into the United States in impressive quantities, and the latest import figures from the Cigar Association of America, the CAA, show that the market is still growing. For the first 3 quarters of 2025, this information was just released. It's a 4.6% increase. So while so many portions of the economy are retracting, hand-rolled cigars, that's going up.
Interesting.
So I find that, very
That
interesting
sounds very
and
Trump era to me.
kind of comforting, yeah. Which is interesting because he doesn't smoke or drink. But,
that's right.
Yeah. 3 countries account for more than 99% of these imports. The leader, Nicaragua, had a 2.1% increase over Q3 of 2024. Shipments from the Dominican Republic grew even faster with a 3.8% increase.
Nice.
And Honduras, which is the number 3 producer, had an impressive 14.8% gain.
You know,
Wow.
I'd like to see what that's like compared to. I feel like cigarettes are not doing as well as they once did, especially due to
that's very true.
The disposable vape pens and stuff.
Although
cigars are their own very special area that seem to be
Although I have
people
seen
enjoying.
I have seen some interesting articles in the news about how cigarette smoking has sort of a new sort of like dangerous hipness, and you're seeing this reflected in some of the movies and stuff that you would expect. So it's going to be interesting to see how everything plays out. But the bottom line is, in a time when most industries are struggling,
Yes.
and tariffs obviously are going to have an impact on Nicaraguan cigars and Honduran cigars and Dominican cigars. This is a thing. Like the whole cigar industry, the cigar consumption, the cigar import still seems to be growing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I find that really interesting. What I think is the biggest deal about the whole thing is how good Dominican and Honduran and Nicaraguan cigars
are, yes.
have gotten.
Yeah.
In this time, because there was a time when it was like all about, I got to have Cubans.
Dude, we are way past that.
We're way past that.
We've passed that like we passed, like you can only get good beer in Germany.
Right.
Like we are way the heck past that.
100%. And Nicaraguan cigars in particular, to my own palate, like I love great Nicaraguan cigars. Like this is
See, I think the enjoyment
almost
of a cigar
better than Cubans to me.
That's what's important. I think the enjoyment of a cigar is what's really making that kind of thing rise.
Well,
as
not only the diminished return on the price of a Cuban right now. Cuban cigars have gone up in price. That same Partagas number 4 Series D
right.
that you used to be able to get for $6 to $8.
Yeah, forget that.
Is now like
It's
like
like
above
$30
$50
Yeah,
or more.
or
It's like
more,
crazy.
Yeah.
Like that's outrageous. And you know what? Is it a good cigar? Yes. But when you put that price point on it, I'll take tons. I'll take like a whole bunch of Padrones or
Right. Think about it.
Plasencia.
Think
way
about it.
before I'll take that.
Think about it. Would you like to have one of those or 2 Almafuertes?
Oh, 100% 2 Almafuertes.
Yeah, and you're talking about the same kind of price for 2 Almafuertes, and that's an expensive cigar. Never mind things that come in at $8 or $9 that are fantastic. I still talk about, and I just bought a box of these. I can't wait for them to arrive. The AJ Fernandez San Lotano Maduros. Those cigars are so amazing, and you can still get them for around, $6, $7 a cigar.
6, 7.
Well, the thing about the
6,
again,
7.
No,
I did not
we
do that
almost
on
went a
purpose.
whole show.
I did not do that
You
on purpose,
ruined
by
it.
the
I
way.
already did it twice. You didn't even catch it the first time.
Terry did it. Yeah.
I've blocked it out of my.
Terry is responsible. Yeah.
So, but like the Cuban cigar thing is so far gone now. Like, and there's still people out there who talk about how good Cuban cigars are. But you forget something. Cubans make great cigars. They also make bad cigars.
Yes, exactly.
You know who makes great cigars?
Yeah.
People in Nicaragua.
Yeah.
They also make bad cigars.
They also make bad cigars. Yes.
You know who makes great cigars?
Yeah,
and I'm going to go through this with Honduras.
Yeah.
And
the Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic.
Yeah, 100%. It's always interesting to me because I've become such a Nicaraguan cigar guy. Like, that seems to be the profile that I love. But, like, recently I, bought some Carrillo or Casa Carrillo cigars that are Dominican cigars, and they're fantastic. Like, it just goes to show you don't
Dominican has that volcanic soil.
Right.
That has
Don't
that,
get too caught in one particular thing. Enjoy other things and try them, and they're amazing. And like,
Well, I don't know.
I
I
love
don't
it.
know how you
People
are.
get
Like,
real
I think-
nailed to Cuban.
I think you're a lot like me. You don't just go buy one cigar. I mean, I know you smoke nothing but AJ Fernandez and only
Yeah.
AJ Fernandez.
Yeah, he is my god king.
Even when you tried not to once smoke,
And when you don't smoke
ended up
AJ Fernandez, it's
smoking
usually
AJ.
blended by AJ
Yeah,
Fernandez.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
But
you're like, I'm buying one that's
I
not his.
personally, like, when I stock my humidor, I have so many different cigars that I like.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll just buy new stuff that I don't really know.
Sure.
Especially if I'm getting kind of a deal or in a mixed pack of stuff. But I will also buy stuff that I really know that I like. I'll buy it by the box and stuff it in the humidor. But I don't like to smoke the same cigar day in, day out. It's not a me thing.
100%, yes.
I want different flavors at different times. I like the idea of opening my humidor and perusing it for a few minutes.
Yeah, totally.
You know, like that's almost
That's
as,
the fun part.
Yeah, that's almost as
really.
fun
Right,
as
yeah.
smoking
Yeah.
a cigar.
Ooh, what
Well,
do I,
I mean,
want
yeah.
here?
I mean, that's why you make a
100%.
collection of that, because when you go into the humidors at, one of the places, you're looking at all the different things.
Yeah.
You want your humidor at home to at least give you some sort of variety. that
Right,
you
right. If I
can
can't
enjoy.
walk into it, at least I can go, what are we having today?
Yeah, exactly.
So are you like me? Like when you order, like let's say you order or buy at a local retailer a box of something like 20 cigars, and that goes into your humidor. Do you automatically like start smoking those most often because you have a quantity of them?
I will sometimes default to what I have the most of.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's kind of, but I think that's a natural thing. I think that's kind of the way everybody is now. Recently, though, I've been doing some cigar page things, and so I have these mixed packs of things,
And you get stuff you wouldn't have ordered otherwise.
and I've been splitting them with a friend of mine.
Oh yeah.
So, and he also is doing the same thing. So we end up with so much variety,
Love
and
that.
it's really fun because now when I look at my humidor, I actually have to dig a little bit. I have to go like to the second layer and see, hey, what's
Yeah.
over here?
See, that's
love
fun. You get to do
digging
that
in
at
the
the house
humidor.
instead of having to go to the store
Yeah.
and do that.
I
You know?
love that. I love it. All right, we got to take a break. Drinking news, by the way, is next. This is Smoking and Toasting.
Every single beer I've opened today is splashed open in my hand.
Well, beers love you. That's what it's all about. Beers love you. They want to make contact. They want to make connection.
Yes.
And you've done a good job of only using like a few.
Yeah.
You've saved the paper today. You've
That's
only
right.
used a few paper towels.
It's always good to know. Welcome back. It is Smoking and Toasting.
You got to
Our-
use both sides.
Our program is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. And in this segment, we always bring to you actually the most popular portion of Smoking and Toasting. It's a segment we call Drinking News. And my friends, it's time for
Almost
drinking
time.
news.
He's still
Except
pouring beer.
Ian's
though.
pouring beer, and
He's
I got too
he's
many
not-
jobs
he's got
right
some
now.
is
motor
not
oil going on
holding
right
the-
there.
He's
Look
not
at this.
Hang on,
holding
give me
beer.
the ukulele. I'll try.
Wow.
Look how beautiful that beer is, though.
That is very motor
I'm sorry.
oil-ish.
What time is it, my friend?
And we'll get to that in a moment, but right now it's time for drinking news.
Drinking news, drinking news. Now it's time for drinking news. My Florida man with one arm said he had a gator for a pet. When asked about his absent arm, he said,
I had to take my gator to the vet.
drinking news, drinking news. Now it's time for drinking news.
Cheers, y'all. Well, even in the age of AI, where it's possible to make realistic deep fakes that could show everything from famous stars in their birthday suits to Steve Harvey from Family Feud playing in a rock band, partying, and wrestling Mr. Potato Head. But even though the technology has gotten really good at making these things look realistic, I mean, I actually thought it was Mr. Potato Head. There's nothing quite like seeing a master
I like that there's no
impersonator.
doubt that it's Steve Harvey.
Yeah,
Steve
Steve
Harvey.
Harvey, absolutely.
There's nothing quite like, though, seeing a master impersonator at work in real life. I mean, some of the Elvis impersonators out there are actually quite good at it. And if you've seen Dana Carvey's Joe Biden impression on Saturday Night Live, it's almost as uncanny as it is funny. And have you ever bought tickets to see the band that calls themselves Australian Pink Floyd? I mean, it's not only worth it, it's about as close as you'll come to seeing that legendary band live, since Roger Waters and David Gilmour can't seem to be in the same room without, repeatedly calling each other duty heads or something. But one place in society that we don't need impersonators, whether they're real people or AI robots, is the police force. I mean, dealing with an actual cop that pulls you over is nerve-wracking enough. I think we can always all attest to that, right?
There's that.
But if the supposed policeman is a fake,
Wait a second. Like,
it's far, far
don't
worse.
you love when they come up and say, "Do you know why I pulled you over?"
Yeah.
Like, isn't that your job?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Like, seriously.
Tell me, Brainiac, what, by the way, that never goes well. If you call the officer Brainiac,
I just look
never
at him and
goes
say,
well.
"Obviously, you're not a golfer."
Yeah.
I just try and show a little bit of cleavage.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Terry. That's good to know. Look, you can imagine that the driver's frustration who was pulled over recently by a Florida man
Florida man,
in a Cadillac with flashing police lights on it, and who sported a fake outfit and phony badge. You can imagine.
but these are just lights.com.
Yeah.
What?
Just like
Like, I don't want to actually say that out loud because I don't know if that's what they sell at justlights.com.
I don't know.
I've never
either.
been to justlights.com.
But I know here in Houston, like when you drive down I-45, there's these huge like lighting supply stores. And I'm like, I think they would probably sell just
Dude,
about
there's
lighting.
a giant building called Cheap Lights.
Yeah, Cheap Lights. That's the
Right?
name of the building.
It's the name of the place. So I looked it up one day because finally I was like, what the heck is that? Apparently they sell DJ supply stuff. Mm-hmm. But it's this enormous building just north of the Beltway on 45 called Cheap Lights. I think they may have changed the name since then, but yes, DJ equipment.
Well, our story happened near Port St. Lucie last week when a Jeep driver was pulled over by the counterfeit cop for supposedly having no lights on his vehicle. Now, suspicious of the pretend policeman, the Jeep guy dialed 911. And when the legit law enforcement showed up, they arrested Daniel Baser.
Were they did they like the Spirit Halloween tag giveaway his
Totally.
outfit or something like that?
They arrested Daniel Baser, the Florida man in question, for, of course, impersonating a police officer.
Course.
Baser can be heard in the real officer's body cam footage saying, "I don't work for no agency." And a woman from the Jeep chimes in, "He showed us a badge number and everything." Now, police say the Florida man showed
The impersonations here are
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, thank you. This is it's my unique talent.
That's right.
Yeah. Police say that the Florida man showed signs of impairment, and when tested was found to be, and I know this will surprise you,
Impaired.
quite intoxicated.
What? What?
A search of Baser and his Cadillac revealed
His Copalac?
revealed fixed-mounted police-type lights, the fake badge, a gun, and an open container of alcohol. Oops. And a pair of fully functional handcuffs.
Were they fuzzy?
When asked about the firearm and the cuffs, the Florida man explained the gun by telling officers that he used to work as a bounty officer. And then he justified the cuffs by claiming that they were used for more intimate activities.
Were they fuzzy cuffs?
Breyer will likely have the opportunity for a different kind of intimate activity, minus the cuffs, in a Florida jail cell.
No, I've not asked this twice. It's been completely ignored.
Yeah. I think they were fuzzy, yes. It's stories like this that are so rich. And then there's the one of 29-year-old Florida woman, Ariana Moss, who was actually arrested for stealing a $60 insulated tumbler cup with a large plastic straw from a woman at her job because, as she told workers, they'd be great to hold my breast milk. She was
Hold my breast
First off,
milk.
$60 tumbler. I mean, we need to get past these Stanleys, ladies and gentlemen here.
She was actually arrested and released on a $150 bond.
Well, let me go ahead and point this out. That if you paid $60 for your tumbler and someone stole it, you'd probably call the cops too.
Hey, if I paid $60 for my tumbler, I wouldn't leave it out of my sight. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't be leaving it in my cubicle when
It's
I went to the
chained
bathroom.
like you're holding onto the
Yes.
handle, but it's chained.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
handcuffed to
I
your
would-
wrist.
I
You'd
would
take
have
it to the bathroom with you.
I would
Yeah,
chain it
totally.
to a boulder or
It's just
something.
Listen.
handcuffed to your wrist at all times.
Listen,
a spare
the-
tire.
The thing about Florida, at least for us here at Drinking News, is that it just
amazing.
continues to be the gift that keeps on giving. These kind of stories come out almost faster than we can report them to you. And I'm constantly asked, why is it that Florida seems to be such a rich source of stories about crazy people doing crazy things? I'm not sure why it is, but I do know this. Florida needs a new state slogan. The current one is
The Sunshine State.
"In God We Trust,"
Oh, okay.
which is fine and all, but it kind of seems like nobody had an idea until one Florida man in the meeting looked at a dollar bill and said, hey, let's just copy this, right?
Right.
So I'm sorry,
It's a little plagiaristic.
but an area as uniquely weird as the Sunshine State needs something more appropriate.
It
So
does say the Sunshine State. Every time I've passed that border of Florida driving into it, it said the Sunshine State, and it was always raining. Every time I passed that, just so happened to be raining.
that's because
If
you
the
always...
Florida, what is Texas? If Florida is a sunshine state, what is Texas?
Texas is the cactus state.
Oh.
Yeah, or something. Listen, I'm sorry, but an area as uniquely weird as Florida needs something more appropriate. So this week, I tasked our brand of useful idiots here at Drinking News with coming up with some suggestions.
I want you to insert a
And-
picture of
yeah.
monkeys in an office.
And as often is our
Adam, you got
practice
that?
here on the program, we put these together for you in the form of another widely discouraged Drinking News Top 5 list. And despite the objections of many very important citizens groups, I'm now going to present it to you here. Do we have any Top 5 Florida slogans list ukulele music?
Yes, bring it in, man.
All right. This would be the top 5 new suggestions for Florida's state slogan. Number 5, hold my beer and watch this.
Absolutely. If that wasn't
yeah.
one, I would have
Yeah,
been
I mean, come on.
disappointed. Yeah.
Come on.
Number 4, wait, these are not my pants.
Or, I didn't know it wasn't that kind of party.
Number 3, on a clear day, you can see the smoke from the meth labs. Number 2, I had to take my gator to the vet. And the number 1 new suggestion for Florida's state slogan, number 1, don't tase me, bro. Reporting live from Port St. Lucie, where I'm not sure if the guy that pulled me over is a real cop. On the one hand, his badge is made of plastic, but on the other, he does look a lot like Eric Estrada. My name is Cruze, and
That would have been Phipps.
that is your...
Drinking news. Drinking news. That's our time for drinking.
I
Cheers,
actually have
y'all.
a Chips van
Okay, so
at home.
So I want you
I
guys to
do.
know. When I wrote that drinking news, I read this for my wife, and she thought it was very funny. But she's like, "Is anyone gonna know the Eric Estrada reference?" I'm like, "Oh, freaking trust
You
me."
know, if you
Yeah.
don't, if
Freaking
you
trust
don't,
me.
but also if you need, I'll bring the Chips van that I have that will match the Voltron over there in the corner next week, and I can show you.
You have
But
an actual
I have
Chips
an actual
like
Chips
van.
van that they had
Dude.
because Chips was on TV. It was awesome to watch those two guys, motorcycle cops, going. That's
I am-
awesome.
Oh yeah, dude.
I am in
And-
awe of you, Terry.
And
I
the
just
thing
want to
about
Ponch
say
and
that.
John,
the
dude,
thing
come
of
on.
Ponch and John. The thing about Eric Estrada is that he had the reason people will know him. He had such a career afterwards. I mean, C-Lab 2021, all the cartoons that he voiced, the Adult Swim cartoon
I just wanna
stuff
say,
that he did.
He just said he had
amazing.
such a career after. I
Yes,
just want to point that
I'm
out.
seriously,
That's
you-
something that Terry actually
You
said.
don't think of it, but he actually did do so much like voiceover,
Oh my
hilarious
God.
stuff.
It's like the best thing ever.
Yes. Ponch and John. Yep. I'm gonna have to bring my Chips van to show
Ponch
y'all.
and John. Some cigars to watch for. Casa Carrillo is unveiling a new collector's box that contains 3 limited edition cigars made from blends that the company says will never be part of a normal release. These cigars won't be sold, but will be given away free of charge to a small number of winners who can enter via the company's social media
wow.
outlets. So you might want to try and
That's
win
interesting.
these. Casa Carrillo's social media exclusive is what they're called. The cigars come 3 to the box, and they're featuring a somewhat mysterious, bespectacled image of brand owner and master blender Ernesto Perez Carrillo peering out over the logo. So I want to get it just for that, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see that. Each cigar is the same filler blend on paper, a combination of Dominican and Nicaraguan tobaccos, but they differ considerably in their wrappers and binders. So
You know I love all
something to
things
check out.
EPC.
Oh, these
Although
guys have
now
been-
it's Family Carrillo.
Family Korea, right? And I don't know why they changed. I liked EPC. I thought that was a good way to.
Did they change the name? Is that what
Yeah,
they went to?
yeah.
Changing it?
Yeah, it's.
Well, I think he wanted it to be, instead of just about him, he wanted it to be about everybody that was there.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
and I get that. I respect that. But Ernesto,
way-
we love you, baby.
By the way, we're not far from St. Patrick's Day, which means it's filthy hooligan time.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true.
Alec
And
Bradley
there's
has-
2 versions of it that they put out.
Yep, they brought their themes, Barber Pole cigars, to return to the shelves in advance of the March holiday. Neither cigar is new, but they've become annual traditions for Alec Bradley. They introduced the first Filthy Hooligan, which contained a green candela wrapper on top of the Black Market blend, and then 3 years later, they added a twist in the form of a second wrapper, creating a barber pole design where 2 different wrappers are rolled together to create a spiral kind of design.
That's pretty cool.
That looks similar to a barber's pole. Then in 2019, they upped the ante with the introduction of the Shamrock,
Yep.
a cigar that features 3 different wrappers. So all of these are now available, so you can get ready for.
Oh, I'll be buying it.
Yeah. So you're a fan of the Filthy Hooligan,
Yeah, I
right?
think they're great.
Yeah. Do
I
you
like a lot of the Alec Bradley stuff, though. Let me be honest. Like Alec Bradley, like I'm not the big fanboy, but I do like a lot of their stuff. And as a matter of fact, if you look at my humidor right now, you're going to see some Magic Toast, and you're going to see some Kintsugi, and you're going to see a few others that are just so good.
I love the Magic Toast. I really
Yeah.
do. All right. We have some.
Sounds like a 70s kids show.
We have
Magic
the
Toast.
Magic Toast, yeah. Like
I mean,
Lidsville.
HR Puffin stuff wasn't weird.
Dude, do you remember Lidsville? That's the
No.
most like psychedelically oriented
Oh, I'll have to look at
kids
that.
Saturday morning cartoon show. Sid and Marty Croft, those
They
guys.
were,
Sid
yeah.
and Marty
My
Croft.
kids saw the HR Puffin stuff the other day, and one of them was like, "What is that?"
Yeah, no, it's
What is
so,
happening here?
Drugs is all I can say. Drugs in a big time way, and I love Sid and Marty Croft for that because they were sitting there in the '70s going, "Yeah, you guys can come up with like normal like crap."
Kids will dig it, man.
Yeah, we're doing HR Puffin
It'll
stuff.
expand their minds.
We're doing Lidsville with Charles Nelson Riley. This is what we're doing.
Are you kidding? Charles Nelson Riley? Wow.
Yeah, he used to go, "That's a topper." I'm so embarrassed that I just did that. We will take a break and be right back. It's Smoking and Toasting. I love this. Welcome back. It's Smoking and Toasted. Our program is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars.
I love those things.
We have poured our final beer of the show, or Ian has poured it, and it is incredibly motor oil-esque.
Oh, boy.
This is Double Cup Imperial Coffee Stout from Common Roots Brewing Company.
What can you tell us about Common Roots?
Common Roots is they're located at 58 Saratoga Avenue, South Glen Falls, New York.
Okay.
So there's something I know. Imperial Stout infused with Common Roots Coffee Company's house roast. Oh, let me say that in the right way. Common Roots Coffee Company's house roasted blend. Specialty malts impart rich flavors of tiramisu and chocolate mousse. Keep cold, drink fresh, share with friends. Coming in at. Would you like to guess after tasting?
12%.
14.
4%. Okay. 14%.
1 pint, 16 fluid ounces. It also says on here, very important stuff. It says, according to the Surgeon General. See, I feel like they just lifted this off the last one, too.
Yeah, it does sound familiar.
Everyone's copying off of the previous labels.
Dude, this is delicious, though.
It's pretty fantastic.
It's like you get that coffee and espresso flavor, but it rounds out so beautifully.
When you pour it into the glass, you think, wow, that looks really thick and ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And it is. 100%. It has the consistency in the glass of motor oil, and it also has about the mouthfeel. It's fantastic. It's like this has the mouth. It's slightly thinner than when your ice cream melts and you just slurp it down.
Oh, yeah, but not much.
Yeah.
Not much thinner than that.
And it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's
Terry-
like if your ice cream was made out of alcohol and coffee and chocolate.
And why wouldn't it be?
'Cause
That would
Yeah.
be like the greatest ice cream
it's
ever.
pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Terry,
very
what's your take on
No,
this?
it's good. It's exactly what you're saying. I mean, the coffee, I got that. It's very good. It's it's got such a good dark taste to it that's just lovely. Like it's really good.
I had a feeling this would be very coffee-ish.
It is very
Oh,
coffee.
yeah, it's very good.
I got the coffee.
I think though it's a little more than that. Like I'm getting like sort of an amaretto, a sort of
It's
there's
like if you were to
toasted
get a
nuts.
special coffee
There's a
that had special,
bitter cherry on the end.
Yes.
There's it has got a fruity underlaying, like almost like a raspberry jam kind of underneath it.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, that's a good way to say it. Yeah, raspberry jam.
And it's just incredibly present. Like when you take a sip, it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
and it's not very carbonated. It's very little.
No,
carb.
yeah.
So from South Glen
And I'm a big
Falls,
carbonation fan.
from South Glen Falls, New York, is the Common Roots Brewing Company. Mm-hmm. This is their double cup Imperial Coffee Stout, and it's got massive amounts of that coffee flavor. But it's more than that. It's got a little inherent booziness to it.
Got booziness, got that dark fruitiness, that dark cherry kind of fruitiness to it. It says "Think New York, Drink New York" right on here. I love the whole like drink local movement. We talked briefly about it earlier. The you go to a new place, and now we're at a beautiful place. If you like beer, if you like spirits, we're at a beautiful place in history where you go to a different state, you go to a different town in your state. Doesn't even matter. And you go, okay, what's the local?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
You're right. That is a beautiful point in history because, I watch a lot of those food that built America, things that built
Yeah.
America. And, there was a time when it was like, Smirnoff was your only choice. Maker's Mark was your choice.
Well,
Jim Beam was
so
your
before-
Jack Daniels. And there
Before
was
that, Food that
5
Made
or 6.
America, okay? So the Food that Made America celebrates the whole homogenization of the United States.
Yeah.
Right? The problem was, before that, you had these different areas that had these specialty things. You could
Right.
go here and get this awesome thing. You could go here and get this awesome thing. Then someone came up and said, we can make that available to everybody. We can make that available. McDonald's is a great example.
Yeah.
We can make that available to everybody. And how good is that McDonald's burger now? Well, it's a McDonald's burger.
Yeah.
Right.
Would you call it good?
It is what
I don't know.
it is.
It's what it is.
So now this is your chance to go back around to the local areas and see
But-
what is.
sure.
But I will
But-
tell you that I go to many burger places that aren't McDonald's before I go to McDonald's. Because I like the way a burger tastes, not the way a McDonald's burger tastes.
Yeah.
Well, there's an interesting thing that happens with localized things that are awesome. For example, I lived in St. Louis for several years, and St. Louis has a chain of frozen custard spots called Ted Drew's. And Ted Drew's frozen custard is the single most amazing frozen dessert I've ever had. And I've had
Laying
other
it
frozen
down right
custards. I've had other frozen custards, and they're wonderful. But Ted Drew's is the champion. And so some of these localized things are just things you can't get anywhere else.
And I love that about places, though. Why would you want that to be available everywhere? Like, I kind of get that. But at the same time, you know what? Go there and try it.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And also, instead of trying to get that amazing thing where you live, why don't you look at what's right around you?
Right, that might be amazing
is
just
amazing.
because it is there. Yeah, exactly.
You know? Like,
Yes,
we live in
100%.
Houston. We got amazing Tex-Mex food. If you call me and say, hey, what restaurant should I go to? I'm going to be like, what mood are you in?
Right.
And I will.
100%.
There's so much good food here.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, all day long, and I love that. If you're going to any area that I know, I love to be the guy that knows a few things about it. You know, I love calling my buddy up in the Dallas area and going, "Hey, I'm going to be in this area. Where should I go? What's
Del
good?"
Taco,
Right.
because they don't have them in Houston.
Del
Go to
Taco.
Del Taco or Taco Bueno, because it makes me mad that they don't have them in Houston, but they have them in Dallas. That's where you go.
That's what it is.
It's the way things kind of
You know,
work out.
I
sometimes.
tried an In-N-Out burger. It's very meh. I'll say it right now. In-N-Out burger, meh.
My
When you
favorite
live
emoji
right
in the
around the
Emoji
corner
Movie.
from Whataburger, and there's a place called Bubba's under the freeway that makes
All right.
some of the best burgers.
So let's talk about
In-N-Out
Bubba's.
burger, meh.
So let's talk about Bubba's. That place is incredible.
Oh, you're talking about Bubba's right under the freeway there?
Right.
The
Yes,
freeway?
at 610.
Yes, yeah, I
Yes.
know what you're talking about.
I used to live like walking distance from there.
Yeah,
It's
Yes,
amazing.
that place is unbelievable.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I will say, based on the other things that you're talking about, sometimes it's important to just, go, this is what we are lucky enough to have in our orbit. And not
Yeah.
everybody is that lucky.
You're right. That's exactly what it is. That's the Whataburger
I don't want
thing.
Bubba's to be available everywhere else.
No.
I want someone
Yeah.
to come into town and be like, let me show you something cool.
All right, let me just say
under the
this.
freeway.
My prediction, Whataburger will take over the world. That's how good they are.
It's pretty good.
I love it. Hey, thank you for being a part of our program this week. This has been a great deal of fun, and we have enjoyed drinking, but also we've enjoyed having you be a part of this. And so, as we like to say, have a great week, my friends, and
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
cheers, y'all.